Prime sub. And what up, YouTube? It's Neace. We got Yasuo mid versus Katarina. I'm gonna assume you took exhaust. That's correct. I'm pretty sure you have to. We'll see how you play it. You know, I would probably be on board with this trade if I thought you won it harder. And I like the confidence of it, but I think that she's going to just, off like raw pots, I think she's going to have control of the lane now. Maybe not. It's very dangerous, I guess. Kill me, Yasuo. That's a good name. It's a fitting name. Basically what I'm saying is I'm scared to take that trade like that because she has so many pots and that she could just heal up. And then she's good to go. So I'd be tempted to play that a little slower next time. And you play Yasuo a lot, so you know what I mean. You don't have to just go like ham sandwich on the dude. I don't know why you're not wind-walling these daggers. Or can you wind-wall daggers? I don't even know. Can you? If you can, you need to. I would assume you can. If you can't, then there's no point in taking a point in W. You should be able to, right? Yeah, you need to do it then. I was saving it for her trying to all-in rather than poke. Well, here's my only... Okay, that's fine. But my only criticism with this is going to be... She's not going to be all-inning you with cloth armor, like, ever. Anyways. So, future reference. And because you're battling... It's more of a battle of attrition in the early lane as opposed to a battle of, like... I just need to make sure to deny the all-in. I think in the future, wind-walling there is correct. If she had came in with something a little bit more aggressive, let's say, I don't know, she comes in with a fucking amp tome. I have no idea why she would do that, but let's say she did it just for the purposes of discussion, then I think you would be justified. But I think because you didn't have any sustain beyond the Dorn's Blade, I would be very, very careful taking that poke in the future. So, like, because you got to understand, she's got a lot of health in the wallet with all the pots behind. I want to see this trade again. So, like, right there, right? This is the spot where I think having the wind wall is very good. It does two things. One, it denies a lot of the damage that you're going to take. Puts the dagger on cooldown. It denies Katarina opportunity to jump, okay? And the other thing is, it's super valuable here because she's trying to farm, dude. See all this farm under tower? She's trying to get this. So I think that, you know, I've coached you before and I've played with you before. I think your Yasuo is very good. I want to see you take advantage of stuff like this because I think this is the next step for you. Here, it's more important to win wall to deny farm. Obviously, the damage in the trade is one thing, but that's not really what I'm concerned about because I don't think she's killing you here, even with that trade. I want you denying this farm, and if she's going to go for it, I want you to be able to poke at her free of charge. So that would help you a lot going forward. Definitely mix that in so you don't take all that bullshit damage there because you took a lot of unnecessary damage, and you allow her to, get some of that farm that she would have missed. The flash, is it necessary? I'm going to say no, and here's why. This guy is in no jeopardy of dying. I could understand potentially, like, trying to protect this dude, but he's level 5. He's level 3. The way you should view this is, I'm just going to walk this in and E to him and secure the kill and keep my flash. If this was a closer fight, then I don't mind you flashing for it because, you know, you want to make sure that you protect your jungler. But there's no way he's dying there. Because you see now, even in hindsight, like, flashing, you would have gotten a kill regardless, most likely. And then, you know, you can make the judgment call to flash if the guy gets away from you or whatever. Oh, that was it, dude. Oh, you got a tiny penis. I want this move from the advanced Yasuo player. I'm really disappointed. I'm actually kind of mad that you didn't pull it off. There it is! Oh my god, you could have been an animal. Not your side chick, thanks for subbing. Dude, you know how hype I get for this all in? This is like my favorite. This is like my favorite type of play. Like, this is, if you had done this, I would have given you the biggest verbal fellatio because that's such an advanced thing. Like, I don't know if you were planning, you probably weren't planning it, and that's why you weren't ready for it. But look at this. I want you to watch the minions. You can plan this. You can do it. You have exhaust, right? Right here, you should know that all I have to do is if I kill one minion, I'm 6. And here it comes. Or, I'm sorry, 2 minions. And then level up. You would level up, and then you would ult, or you could, if you could sneak in an auto ult. It would have been such a beautiful all-in, dude. I love it. Okay, that's pretty juicy still, but even that though. You probably wouldn't have died there, right? It would have been so juicy. It was right as she fell, but I missed it. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad that we didn't get it. It was such a cool opportunity. Definitely try to set that shit up. Because you would have had him crushed there. It would have been such a dirty all-in. I think this is a wind wall issue here, dude. It seems to be the theme of this lane. Because you're giving away a lot of free, you give away a lot of free damage here that I don't think you have to give away. The fuck? Fucking Thresh comes in. Yeah, there's too much poke coming on in lane. And, you know, I'm right there with you. I think Katarina is kind of bullshit. But even still, I think you could have mitigated a lot more damage than you did on this on these trades. And it comes down to just throwing in wind walls occasionally and then dialing it back. You have a tendency as a player, I think, to kind of go. And I think go probably is all right by what I saw when she had cloth armor and everything. I'm tempted to be like, I don't know if I would play it that way. But low elo, I'm always down for people that have mechanical prowess on champion to just kind of bully. I don't have a problem with that because I know that you relatively, like, you know what you're doing for the most part. with mechanics. But when she starts, like when she has the ult, when you don't have flash to play with, when you don't have exhaust to play with, I would really rather you try to manage your wind walls and just slow it down. Like shit, basically I need you to change gears and slow it down and try to mix in wind walls to deny some of that harass and to keep your HP up. Especially considering that you're not, and I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't know if you can play without like wind walling like you're doing in the way that you're playing it to mitigate, or you're not trying to mitigate any poke, but I think you're going to need a Hex Drinker sooner rather than later in this matchup because you're so dependent on having exhaust up to deal with this bitch. And you're also facing, Katarina, and you're like 100% going to take damage at some point or another in the matchup. So I think it's a little risky to hold off on the Hex Drinker. Maybe go for that first. Would help a lot. Yeah, see, it's thin, dude. You keep using wind wall for just the ult, and I think it's just too thin. I love this disposable henchman jungler of yours, dude. What the fuck was he doing? Why I oughta? And then he just dies. I love that shit. Nice sound clip. It is a sound. It's a great sound clip. You really need a clown emote. When we get 1,000 subs, it'll happen. Now that we're doing coaching more, we just got to build back up. Yeah, it was pretty clowny though. Why I oughta, and then he's dead. Dude, this is rough. Dude, it is such a rough matchup. Con Webda, thanks for the 2 months. And I think there you managed wind wall better. It seemed like you were more proactive with it. And I think wind walling the dagger and then playing around that is much better. That you can always just wiggle in and out of, like, if she tries to jump to you, you could just wiggle behind the wall, whatever you need to do. So I think that kind of proves what I was saying, where if we had managed some of the poke a bit better in lane with wind wall, I think you would have been in the better spot to beat this guy, to stomp this guy. And then obviously I was saying I think Hex Drinker is like essential. What are you going for? Are you going? That's a big MR item, dude. It does help a lot, though. You see what I mean? That's why I'm tempted to say just go Hex Drinker first. Because it's already helping a lot in mitigating damage. Yeah. There's a lot of go, go, go in this. And I think it's you just trying to bully. But I think the bullying stopped a couple kills ago, dude. I'm not sure why you're going tabbies though. I think that on the, yeah, I don't know what that Warwick's doing. I think that you'd be better off just going Mercs. Unless your plan is to go and kill GP over and over again, in which case the tabbies probably aren't the worst thing ever, I guess. But Katarina's gonna run your team over now. So I know you're going to shit on me for my second item. Yeah, I don't think you were putting enough wait, what? This is that noob shit. I should clown music you for the fucking... Just clown music you for buying this. Look at that. Clown music, right there. There it is, clown music. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he would run it. But like, what? Okay, let's pretend that this is a decent item on Yasuo sometimes. It has to be situational. Like, it can't not be situational. And like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. There's no one that even has MR, though. Like, there's no... Maybe, like, maybe just because of the attack speed, I guess. Does he just core it? Was he coring it? Last I knew, Regis was the guy on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show. I don't think he's playing Yasuo. Bunny hopping, thank you. Love you, man. Either versus double AP or AP where I'm trying to be heavy aggro. I bought it with the intention to be able to outfight him and then trying to tank her out. Yeah, no. No, I think on the... okay, let's back this up. Because at this point, this replay... Well, we're going to watch the whole thing because it's not over yet. Game's still going. Love seeing the new subs, by the way. Thank you guys so much. I think that this gameplay boils down to... Obviously, I agree with you when people tell me, you know, I'm like, I think Katarina's a little retarded strong right now, especially in solo queue. But I think that the takeaways here, win wall management. Thank you for the donation.
Is that a 20?
I Sly Dog, love you, dude. We'll put you on the list. I've got at least 2 more lined up. I think that the win wall management was our first problem. I think that itemization is definitely our second problem. I don't see why you wouldn't just build out like a Hex Drinker and then go into Phantom Dancer and then Merc Treads. And just play it out like that. And then whatever you're building here looks like a... You might... Are you doing Frozen Mallet? Or Sterix? I think you split pushing is good. I think... What's going on over here? We have a Baron fight going on. They get Baron. You need to leave now, though. Because they're coming off of Baron. You go in on Thresh. And you get the kill. See, here's the thing. This is what I mean with like just playing Yasuo and like knowing mechanically how to fight and how to do shit. Dude, it's lane phase and itemization. Like, you just need to clean up the lane phase, at least in this game. Because the only reason this game is even close is because you gave Katarina kills that you didn't have to. If you'd managed Windwall better, I think. Because you're applying pressure to the map, you're getting big. This is shit that wins games in the Yasuo world. You just get big. It's just like when I did the Yasuo 100 games to Diamond. Like, I suck at Yasuo, and I still made him work just because I split a lot and didn't feed. So I think you dying in lane a bunch is literally the only thing that's losing you this game right now. If you had just managed the wind wall better and just scaled up, and then your biggest problem, I think, is just not being able to shift gears. Like, you don't know when to switch it, and you need to. That's the difference between, like, you know, mechanically solid Yasuo and a Yasuo who, like, dumps on solo queue. You have to know how to switch gears. And a lot of Yasuo is like not outplaying yourself and not putting yourself in compromising positions, because the kit is so mobile and so strong in lane that there's really no reason for you to have a tough time in solo queue at the very least, other than you fucking up. At least in my opinion. Like shit like that. Like, you made the pick on Thresh, like, slow it down, back up, regroup with your team, you know, shit like that. That'd be too easy.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
That's good. You find a fight that you like. Challenger tilt goes down. But I love that you're managing to, like, control fights anyways. But you see now in hindsight how obvious this is. Like, man, if you just played it straight up, look, you're just off of scaling. You're crushing this game. The only person that's making this hard is the Katarina. That's it. That's their only thing. Yeah, Maw Edge of Night would have been great here. I agree. I think Edge of Night comes later, but yes. My mic should be loud, right? Let me read what you're saying. I had trouble doing anything early transitioning to mid, in my view. But you don't need to. No, see, I disagree with you. I would say your problem is you're trying to do too much early. And you seem to think in your mind that you need to do something early in order to win. And I'm telling you right now from experience, you don't need to do anything early unless it's like a gimme and it's given to you. In my opinion. I think that you just, like I said, I think you just have a problem changing gears. Focus, play it like a fucking Dopa does, dude. Like, just play it for power spikes. Be like, all right, start, you know, you're a Yasuo one trick, right? I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know every Yasuo power spike and matchup known to man, but that's how you need to start piecing this together. I would say, look at Katarina, start piecing together. Okay, when do I beat Katarina? When do I lose to Katarina? I would argue, watching this replay, it looks like you hold up okay early. She doesn't seem to be able to reliably kill you early. Maybe I'm wrong. I think you might be playing it a little too ham. But for sure, we can mix in wind walls better in lane, right? And then go, all right, once I get like Hex Drinker, and then like Phantom Dancer, or like Hex Drinker Zeal, then I'll loosen up, or, you know, shit like that. Start piecing the, like, put the game and compartmentalize it, and make it so that as the game goes on, you can go, I'm going to go from, like, if you could put it on like a graph, it's like my ham meter is at like a 2 right now. And in about 15 minutes, my ham meter is going to be at a 10. This is very, very similar to what I do when I play, like any champion, right? So let's say I play Tryndamere top. If I see someone that I can abuse, I'm like, my hand meter is at like an 8, right? Or if I see someone that I can't fight early, it's like, I'm going to be a bitch right here. Hand meter's at a 1. Right? And then once I get X item, right? Let's say for GP, like once I get Triforce, the gears shift, right? I loosen up a bit. Then once I get level 13, now I'm playing a totally different game. That's kind of how you've got to frame this, because right now you got big anyways, but you made huge mistakes in lane. And I'm looking at this like, why did you even need to challenge this guy? There's no, just farm up, get your items, and then abuse everyone around the map. There's no reason that you can't make diamond playing Yasuo every game, as long as you just know how to turtle and then switch the gears. That's it. And that's going to help you a lot. In regards to like the wits end stuff, I mean, I don't know. I may be completely wrong with it. It might be broken. Like I said, if you're pulling it from some challenger guy, he might know something that I don't. But what I'm telling you right now is, regardless of your itemization, which I think could be altered, at least the Ninja Tabbies was just silly. At the very, very least, we could go into every lane. We could play it slower, get our items, and then turn up the aggression as it goes. Okay? Like, as the game goes along, bam, now I hit these items, now I'm going to loosen up. And keep your deaths in lane lower, because right now you're just kind of pushing. Dude, watch some of the Korean games. Like, watch how when those guys go into lane, they rarely will just mindlessly push. They always push with a purpose. Okay? All right. Yeah, so guys, I hope this helps you. Please like, subscribe to the video, all that bullshit if it pops on YouTube. I love you, and I'm out. Peace. Cracks. Thanks so much.